On first down, it's Haskins. Got a man that's complete to Hamilton. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Hamilton, the 4th-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. This is the tight end fan. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag rep.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive of your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Lindsay, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a carry for Lindsay. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd down.
Ready? 40. I know he ain't got it. 2 times. 4 down.
This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, Haskins. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Mike Daniels, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To try again after the sack, Haskins. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Here's Haskins. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And I think the ball's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so he's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check 99. Check 50. Hey, let go.
Now Stafford. This complete to Jones. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Go, go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Stafford. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd down, Haskins. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford, catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Haskins looking to throw on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup of 38. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, but now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey. He's coming to use motion. Hey. You draw course back.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking.
He's got a man complete. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Haskins now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. sacked back at the 45-yard line. Mike Daniels make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack on first down, Haskins is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Haskins, third and long. Completes it to Fant on the right side.
Complete to Noah Fant. A gain of 17 yards. It's fourth down.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over first and 10. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, Lindsey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go.
Throwing again. Stafford launches a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Mike, ready. Blue 60. Zebra. Protein spill.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Haskins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
And the Lions' 1st down.
Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Stafford. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one goes for 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that there, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The tackle made there by Jared Davis. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. You think back to 2018, many people thought it would be Royce Freeman taking over as the lead back in Denver. Spent a 3rd-round pick on him, but it was Phillip Lindsay who would be in the catbird seat as the #1 running back. But still for Freeman, not a bad one. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Well, the pass complete, this one to Danny Amendola. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw on 3rd down, Stafford. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Pressure gets there, and he goes down. Now, there's also a flag, but this might be on the offense anyway. Von Miller and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now it's Lindsay. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Another run by Lindsay. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's got his tight end Fant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Now Haskins on 1st down. He completes this to Sutton. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make them now. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And a huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well-coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It's caught. Jones. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Ready? Yellow 80! Yellow 80! Man, I got you. Double right.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing is Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Hey, Haywood!
To throw again, Stafford. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. Denver offense at the line ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's Haskins to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devon Kennard. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. This is the tight end Fant. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here now, Johnny Townsend. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. On the return, here's Agnew. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get... And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Broncos, the win will be number 11 for them on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin.